Yes, it's Bob again. Day three. Yep, back again, Bunny Power. So today we're talking about VGR clipper, right? So it's all about the clippers from AliExpress, more or less. So everybody been ordering them Stylecraft and them Andes and this and that. I'm saying to you, if you're looking for good price, you need to go to AliExpress. Basically, same set of manufacturer these people are getting these clippers from. It's the same place, but these people are bringing out different clippers, good motors. I'll say the charging system in all that. I give it a 7 out of 10. But I've got one clip I think most people should try and keep an eye out on. I went on YouTube, I found a video, short, sweet. So I'll let this guy explain to you what is it all about. You know what I mean? Um, Let me go and get that video up and running. Right. So here we go. Here's my
How's
guy.
everybody doing today? VGR sent me another clipper to review for you guys.
Right.
This is going to be the VGR 015 clipper. And it comes in the suitcase style packaging. And I've said this before, guys. VGR probably has one of the best packaging, in my
Yeah, I'm
opinion.
not gonna lie.
So let's get
Best
started with this
packaging.
unboxing so you
It's like
guys
a
can see.
suitcase. I've seen
The
it.
box itself
I
is
got one of
really
these
nice,
clippers. You
but
see?
when you open it up,
It's
this
really
is where
nice.
magic happens. Unboxing this clipper is almost like opening up a safe box. Everything is neatly put into place, just waiting to be used. Presentation 10 out of 10. We are going to
Mm.
start with the main star of the show, the clipper itself. This will have a 9,000 RPM motor, DLC coated blades, a lithium 2500 milliamp battery, 120-minute work time, and it will have two types of charging. The first one is by a charging stand, and the second by USB Type C. The clipper also comes with a light indicator to show when it is running out of power. The rubber on the faceplate is a really nice touch. Oh, before I forget, it does have a metal body. This clipper does feature a vapor style blade that does not leave the fade too sharp, but it does leave a soft blend, which I am extremely impressed by. This clipper
It
also
is. It
features a
is.
clicky lever, which has 5 cutting positions.
I'm not gonna lie. It fits really good in your hand. I bought about three pair. I sold about two, and I kept one for myself. It feels really good. It feels like the Stylecraft Instinct. But the good thing about this is it's a metal body. The front bit, plastic, where you see the black and the gold bit, that's a bit plastic. Yeah, but the back metal is heavy. It takes the Stylecraft blade as well, both cutting blade and steel blade. So if you're interested in getting one of these, I think they're like what 60, 65 pounds. And as the guy told you, it came with a really nice box. But I just let him explain some
The
more.
more and more I look at this clipper, the more I am enjoying the color. Now, if you're not a fan of the gold, it does come with a separate faceplate that you can put on it, which also includes a front rubber grip, and it also includes a screwdriver and extra screws just in case some get misplaced. Now, we are getting into something that I find super fascinating about this unboxing, and it's this charging stand. It does have some weight to it, and I personally think it is a very well built charging stand,
It
but
is. It is.
this is where it gets extremely interesting. It's not just a charging stand, guys. When you plug it in and you set the clipper down, you are going to see that it starts to pulse.
Yeah.
This is so interesting and so fascinating. I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. Now you're going to get 6 guards starting from the half clip all the way to the number 4 guard. I do like that VGR always includes a brush. They
Yeah.
never have
I've got
too many
about
brushes.
four
This
brushes.
is
I've
another
got
thing
about
that I really do enjoy that
four
VGR
clippers to
does, that
myself.
they include a
Different brands, but
braided
they all come with
USB
brushes.
Type C cable, but you do not get the charging brick to go with it. And last but not least, let's not forget how much generous oil VGR gives you. So, what are my professional thoughts on this clipper? They are on the smaller side. There's a clipper similar to this that I do enjoy using, but I'm not a fan of the size. But the VGR clipper seems to be a tad bit wider from the faceplate, so it does feel better in my hand. Like I said earlier, it does not blend the fade super sharp, but it does leave the blend soft. And if that's something you are looking for in a clipper, you will definitely find it in this one, or you can always change the blade. I do have to say one thing that I am not a big fan of, and that is the charge time. It has a 3 hour charge time and 120-minute runtime. I do feel like they should be the other way around, but for $120 clipper, I cannot be mad. You can even get this even cheaper if you find a discount code. Who is this clipper for? If you are just starting off and cutting at home, this is way too overkill, but I do recommend it. If you are a beginner to medium level barber, I highly recommend this. And if you are an experienced barber, what are you doing? Why don't you have these yet? For the price, these are way too good to pass up. Thank you, VGR, for sending these out. Have a blessed day, guys.
So if you want to make a remote
Yeah,
income from home and
it
you're
was
a beginner,
already.
meaning right now you
I say personally, you should just get one of those clippers. Trust me, it's a really steel. It's a really, 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 really good steel. And there's another one. It's called the muscle. The muscle. That one's a bit. How should I put it? It's more like. Let me go and get another one and find clipper. The muscle. Uh, there's it. Small one. Where is it? Where is it? Muscular scar.
Hey
Yeah,
guys, I'm Matt the Woodshed Barber, and today we are doing
that
a
guy in
review
the
on the
woodshed barber.
VGR V285, also known as the Muscular.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Normally, I don't really watch these kind of intros and stuff like that, but this guy, he has a really good intro. I like the feel about it, you know? Yeah, I always look at his review and stuff like that. The Woodshed Barber. If you're not on
So
his
guys, this is a clipper that I'm
YouTube,
honestly
check him out. Trust me, he's
over
good.
the moon about. I was gonna be real with you. Over
And
the
that
moon.
bandana around his head.
And there's a lot of reasons for that, but we will get into it. We'll get into it right now.
You know the funny thing about this guy as well?
little engine that could.
He acts as if he's goofy, but he's really not goofy. He actually knows what he's saying. Like he really knows what he's saying. Like really knows what he's saying. Trust me, he knows what he's saying. I see he do quite a bit of reviews. Him and I think it's Edu. And what's it cut by Reggie. I like their reviews. They're straight to the point. They basically tell you exactly what you want to hear. I'm not gonna lie. But this guy, I like him. Let me see what he's saying about this clip now.
So the V285, or the Muscular, or what I'm going to continue just calling it, the Bumblebee.
Yeah. I bought 4 pairs.
Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm here to talk apps. Real apps you can build in minutes.
Come on.
This
Mike.
finance app solves your business headaches, tracking invoices, managing.
Killing me with this street
Because
boss.
kind of like the character in Transformers, it's small, but it packs a punch, man. This
It does.
power wise on this clipper, you got 9,000 RPMs, 2-speed, which is
Look how small it is as
I
well.
like that a lot. And whenever I say this thing is a beast, it is a beast. Cuts
Yeah,
through
no, it
everything.
is. It is.
The blade for this one didn't do the rattle that the other one did. I think it's the same kind of blade, but it's still got that flat VGR. I just reviewed the other one. I'll show you in that one. But same blade, but cut through everything perfectly fine. Now, I did do what I typically do with these tools. After I cut with it for a little bit, I did switch this one over because I like it so much to a taper blade. So we'll get more into the blade on that. But power-wise, there is no stand. The only downside I can think power-wise for this thing, but it does have a USB-C charger. Now, for a tool this small, you might think, well, they had to sacrifice on battery life. Sure, some, but it still has 2.5 hours runtime. That's not bad at all. And pretty much, you turn on, it says 99%.
It's quiet. I've got 2 pairs.
What I found is that by the time you get to the last 10, it starts blinking. I don't think that's 10% at that point. I think because I've counted it down, I think that's how many minutes you've got left with it. And it's of active on-time usage. And that's all the way on the second speed. So it is a powerful little clipper, goes through everything, wonderful. Easy, easy. 5 on power.
Yeah. I thought I give it a
Please, kind sir, do not.
I give it a 7. A strong 7. That's what I give it. A strong,
So
strong
let's talk
7.
about the blade. Touched on it a second ago. The VGR blade, it's fine. It's a vapor style blade. It's got the ridges. I love the finish, but for some reason I'm just not over the moon with them. But on
I
this
know.
one, the way it cut, it didn't rattle. It held tight. It held good. Every guard I used on it was great.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give it a 4
A
on the blade.
4. Nah. Mm. Nah. I'll give it a strong 8. What for these clippers, mate? For these clippers. Come on, my dude. Come on, my dude.
How does this little beast sound? It's pretty quiet. I'm gonna give you just a mic test here, but first speed, and for that kind of RPMs and high, like kind of a high whirl of a
It
sound,
is. And it has
not
a
bad.
nice
So the
metal body
lowest
as
sound
well.
right here,
Not
this is
gonna
on
lie.
64 decibels. All the way up, it's at 68. Which for a 9,000 RPMs clipper, 68 is a nice audio to go for. Real nice. But sound wise, it's not as good as some other ones. It's not as good as the JRL Onyx. It's not as good as the T-Pod Play. So once again, it's great, but it's not the best. So I'm going to say 4.
With the box. What was in the box?
A
What's in
4.
the box?
So the accessories of the
Ah.
VGR 285 or the Bumblebee, you get some pretty decent little guards. I'm not over the moon with them, but they are decent. Single magnet, I would have preferred a double magnet, but single magnet,
I like
and whether you got the taper
these
blade,
guys. I'm not gonna lie.
taper blade
I
on
like
there,
the guard. But
Super Pro taper blade on there.
it's
Either
like
the taper blade on there or the VGR blade.
after you use these type of guards, I think you don't really want to change. I've seen a review on the Tomb 45, the Babyliss. I saw they brought a trimmer and a clipper together. Those guards, if you're a experienced barber, you would know. Like when they say it's like you have to drop one step down. So like a number 4, because I think they just go up to a number 4 on the guards. I don't think they do 6, 7, 8. I don't know why they do that anyway, but Fabulous and 245, they didn't do that. So what they done, they went all the way up, I think to 3 or 4, between 3 or 5, between one of these 3. But nevertheless, they made the teeth thinner. Apparently, there's a barber, Beans. Well, everyone knows Beans. Sick barber, dreadlocks guy. He's with my guy Chris Bossio. Everybody knows Chris Bossio, big guy. But with these guards, the teeth are extremely thin, so it goes through the hair much more easier. If you're skilled, if you're not skilled, because they're so thin, it could be pointy and a little bit discomfort on the client. So if you're trying to get a number 1, you basically have to use a number 1.5 on those guards. You know what I mean? This guard, on the other hand, these guards that he is referring to here that comes with the video, that gives you like an old feel of like the wall guards and all those guards from way back in the days. So I would say the wall guards are like there, the Babyliss guards are more like down here, and the Stackhoff guards are right in it. It's just like a right nice fit. And everybody who's used a Stackhoff guard, they would actually know. Really nice guard. But the other guard, from what I've seen, it cuts really nice. The clipper, the blade that I think Chris them came up with, it was really good. So I can't really dispute. But so anybody who's thinking about buying a clipper, take note. A 1 is really a 0.5. You know what I mean? Really. So just knowing that you work that system, and it should be easy for you to when you buy that clipper. And it's a really good clipper, double battery and stuff like that. I was even thinking about investing one. So Chris, seen the video, send me one. I'll put it to use. Let's go back to the woodshed barber, see what he's saying.
They fit fine. It comes with 6 guards. You got the half, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, and they're fine. They're Kind of reminds me of a blend of the Wall Premium mixed with a touch of the Stylecraft double mag guards, somewhere in between there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying as well.
They're all right. However, this clipper, I will say, pairs fantastically with the guards that come with the T45 for Babeless. It's my favorite combo right now. I don't know what I think about the yellow and green. I'm not a Packers fan, but whenever you put that combination on there, maybe it's a winning team. I'll tell you that. So accessories wise, it does not come with its charging stand, which, like I said, that sucks.
Yeah, it
Come with
really
the
sucks.
optimization options.
I
So
think this
I'm gonna
clipper
give
would
it
have been
a
an
4.
extremely good contender.
Great options, but not the best.
Yeah.
that you need.
$187?
No, it's not that much.
Really screw you, don't they?
Come on, Mr.
So
Woodshed guy.
price,
Not that much.
the little bumblebee. I've seen it vary. On AliExpress, you can get down from like 40.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not on
That's
Amazon.
US
right now.
dollars.
It
That's
was on
not even
Amazon. I
pounds.
want to say it was around 55, which for a clipper this good,
I got
is
mine for
insane.
£31.
It is a great price. I know I seem very excited. I have not been able to put this clipper down, guys. Like
Mm.
I've cut, and I rarely do that to where I'm cutting all day.
Yeah,
All day
yeah.
with the same clipper in my hand, just about all day. And it's just for that price, go get it. Get on AliExpress. If you don't like AliExpress, I'm sorry. I can't find it on Amazon right now. But get this little dude. It's
Trust me, it's worth
Barbers,
it.
this
It's
should be
worth
on your
every
list. If
penny.
you're broke and looking for
I'm
good
not gonna
barbers,
lie.
this thing is
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
anyway. get
Trust
it.
me. Tell me, chat.
So
What you think
price-wise,
about
that's an easy
these
5.
these clipper?
That is a 5 out of 5 for price.
Tell me, what was your aha moment when you decided? Okay, this is
Yeah,
what I'm
YouTube, you and these ants.
I started, as you know, with various strategies, and
You're in dire need of an upgrade. Systemic, top to bottom.
Mm,
One of my favorite parts of this tool is the design.
mm.
It's funny. I've had several VGRs before, and they like to go towards that elongated, slender, maybe not as many panels JRL look, what I call the microphone look, because it reminds me of
Yeah.
of the old microphones. Something
I don't know why
about
JL
the
don't make a
size
small clipper.
of that shape. I don't know if you can see. It fits in my hand perfectly. It allows my fingers to curve around. Whenever I held the bigger VGRs, it seemed like that shape extending further kind of kept my fingers more open. So it felt like I was having to grip more. This tool feels like remember whenever you were a kid and you would grab Play-Doh and you just squeeze it and kind of make like almost like a football type shape out of
Yeah,
it?
we get the point. We get the
That's what this
point.
feels like. It doesn't feel like Play-Doh. It's metal construction,
Mm.
fantastic design, and also, I mean, the looks of it are pretty good. If they came out with different colors of this, like a teal blue, royal blue, and navy, I like blue, red, orange. I mean, like this is a nice looking clipper. But the click on it, it has the same click that we saw on the.
I think they
670.
should be able.
hate
What I think they
those
should have done.
names. It's like being a fan of.
I
the studio
personally
cars.
think they should have actually, like, more or less make the bottom part of the clipper as such that you can remove it and give people the option to buy different bottom part or lid, as we would call it. So you kind of more or less customize. Because if you want to buy 2 of these clippers, you put them down. You have to know the difference, unless you can tell by the blade. If you have different blade or whatever, you put a rubber grip on one, but you have to add some kind of aesthetics to be able to differentiate between both clippers if you were to buy more than one. So I'm thinking, Vidya, if you see in this video, I recommend that you make it a way. Like, think of it like the Shorty, that small little clipper from Stylecraft. They've given you the opportunity to move around your tool. And I'm telling you, as a barber, when you change the color of your tool, it seems as if you feel like you've got a new clipper. It's like changing your phone case. It just makes your phone feels better. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And I think it's a really good clipper. Hence why I'm doing this stream with this clipper. I think VGR should have actually gotten a stand. This could have gone head to head with the Stylecraft Instinct, and that's one of the number one selling clipper. That one and his Saber. Everybody have the Saber. Well, not everybody, but who has the Saber? I think it would have been an absolute contender. I think this is one of the disadvantages of like AliExpress and stuff like that. They do good clippers, don't get me wrong, but they just fall short when it comes to the blade and the charging stand. I think that's probably what lead to these prices being cheap. But for the clipper itself, it just needs to be able to be a little bit more customizable, at least for the barber. Just give it that extra edge. You know what I mean? So let me see where my man's saying it in regards to this. You know what I mean? You know,
It's like the G35, no, the G37, the QX. I hate that stuff. So it has the same type. Let's see if you can see that. The little click wheel thing, the measurements that are on the last clipper I reviewed. Now, I don't like that because it's not in line and it doesn't really show you where you're headed with it. Is what it is. Anyway, maybe it is. You know, maybe it's because it starts off at about 0.8 millimeters, but honestly, this thing closed all the way is probably closer to 0.5. So it's not that accurate, but it's got a good click. The switch, I love it. It's kind of on the side, but not just dead on the side. It's like on the side and up a little bit, kind of up towards between the side and the front. Just the overall feel of this clipper. That's probably why I can't put it down, because it has the power, it cuts well, but just the design, the feel of this tool, it's ergonomically for me, it might be my favorite clipper right now as far as the way it holds. I know it's wild. It's a $50 Chinese clipper. Now, I have heard the VGR batteries are not the greatest, and I've not used one because the other two I wasn't crazy about. I haven't used one enough to see how the longevity goes. I can guarantee you I'll be using this one long enough to see how the longevity is on the battery. But so far, like the other day, for instance, I did a 10-hour day, cut 20 heads of hair in 20 hours. Only during the last haircut did I get to the point where I was like, oh gosh, it's saying 3 down to 2, almost to 1. Actually, I think I stopped.
Yeah, I cut
and started charging.
I cut about,
So
I'll say, between the two clippers that I use,
and, you know, granted, I am somebody who I
7
sit
hours.
there and overcut every single
Yeah, 7 hours.
haircut I do. I'm quick, but I'm telling you guys, I'm very impressed. Design wise, it's an easy 5. The design of this tool, I wish I could put every single blade. I wish I could put every Andis blade. I wish I could put any blade possible out there, Oster Fast Feed blade, on this tool. If anybody decides to make a VGR bracket, filthy, hey, I know it's Chinese company. I know it's not one of the mainstays, but I'd love a bracket, bro. Or Elite Custom Mods. I got a review of them coming out soon. If I could put every blade I have on this thing, I'd probably have 4 or 5 of these guys.
Yeah, I agree with you. Trust me, I agree with you.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you, the motor on this, it just goes through. Now, don't get me wrong, the blade that comes with this clipper is a really, really, really good blade. I can't fault it. The cutting blade inside can fit the JRL blade. Yeah, so I'm thinking if the cutting blade could fit, then anything outside, it's a win. I'm telling you, you get your money as well when it comes to this clipper. Trust me. Mr. BTB will tell you. Yeah. You know, after he finished getting a haircut like this, he's feeling like a black man. I like. He's like a black man.
Introducing our cutting-edge Smart Zoom reading glasses.
I don't know why they kill me off with these ad boy. I need to pay for
Performance-wise, this
YouTube
thing is
Premium.
rated a beast. It does everything I needed it to do. It's top tier performing. Design was a 5. Performance is a 5. The power is a 5. The price is a 5. Everything else was a 4.
No, I'll say
Overall, guys, should you
average
go out and get
about
this?
an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
by
put this
what?
up there with the Kimmy trimmers that I've put as far as just having a great cheap clipper.
Mhm.
If you honestly, there's not a single haircut I can't do that I do often.
Mhm.
With there's none of them I can't do without this, those T45 guards that I like so much, and one of those Kimmy trimmers. For under $100, I'm set. So you don't have to spend all that money to be a good barber.
I agree
I'm
with
gonna
you. I
rant
agree with
here
you.
for a second. It's been a while since I did a rant during a tool review, not during one of my SOB episodes. But just so you guys know, the love of clippers is kind of like the love of sneakers. You don't have to have a pair of Nike Dunks to walk around. You don't. But it's more fun if you do. So with that comes the fact that I'm just going to go ahead and say it, guys. I don't know, a lot of clipper reviewers may not say this. I like reviewing these things because I love clippers. I love how they feel.
We know
the
that.
differences in them. I
I
love
follow
the
your
different style,
channel.
the
I can
different
tell you
technique.
actually love clippers.
But do they make me cut hair different? No, they don't. They don't make me a better barber. My skills are what makes me a good barber, not the tools I use. Now, I do believe that tools can inspire you to practice up on your skills more. They can inspire you to spend more time on a cut if you're enjoying the tool you're using. It can, if it's a pain in the butt clipper that you can't stand, you're not going to love cutting that head of hair. So they can inspire you, but do they make you better? No. Stop. Here's the thing. If you're struggling as a barber, cosmetologist, cutter, whatever you want to call what you do, if you're struggling, don't think that a tool is going to save you. What the tool may do is inspire you and make you want to cut more. Because the only way to get better at cutting hair is cutting hair.
True.
I used to liken it to an analogy I used to use with my students back in the day was being a barber, becoming a barber.
Anyway, I think we
It's
got the
kinda like a
gist
vacuum.
of
At first, you're really gonna
this guy in regards to this tool. So as I was saying to you, this clipper, very good clipper. If you're interested in getting one, I think you should get one. You understand? And the price rate is just £31. You understand? It's about 50 something US. And when I say £31, probably including shipping, you're looking at probably £33. So VGR didn't sponsor this whole streaming. I'm just thinking that if you can get a tool for cheap, why not? If I can give you some information in regards to that, why not? You know, as a barber, each one teach one, you know. But as I was saying, there's other few clippers out there that I think you probably be interested in. So let's see. There is more VGR. Let's go to, let me just share this screen so you could see what's happening here. You know, let's see. I think the smart brain trimmer. All right. So these trimmer, you know, I saw this one here. This is like a year ago. This one is Cuts by Course. Cool guy, you know, nice. I watch his reviews and he gets straight to the point. You know what I mean? I think with him, it's clear and he always buy new clippers, so he me from good buying any clippers. You know what I mean? So, but it does give you an inside view.
Cuts by Coast. Today, I'm going to be doing a clipper and trimmer unboxing, and we have a little bit different of brand. We have the MRD Pro
Yeah.
Smart Brain Clipper for me, this is kind of what I was looking for in the Metal Instinct. And this clipper is going to come with 7,200 RPMs and 3 hours of runtime, and I believe 90 minutes of quick charging
All right.
time.
So before we go any further with this review from Coast by Coast, right? A little bit, I wouldn't say backstory, but this is a little bit I know about these clippers. So the how should I put it? The clipper that, well, it's exactly the same clipper. It's called the by Stylecraft. It's the Saber 2.0. So if you know the first Saber, which was a trimmer, now this is the clipper. So it's the exact same clipper. Straight up, exact same clipper. When by looking at this, you would eventually hear when Coast tell you he spoke to Stylecraft and they said to him, "Oh, it's not the same clipper. They use better parts." That one, I'm not 100% sure. True, I'm not 100%, but my opinion, I don't think they do. I bought one of these clipper and I bought what was it? I think it was a gold. The only difference I've gotten and I've seen by using it for the last 6-7 months is that the MRD, their charger for some strange reason, it works for about 2-3 months and then it starts to get a little bit wonky. So that kind of make me believe with the Stylecraft statement that it's actually better parts, because I've used Stylecraft products and I never had an issue with the charging dock, so to speak. But I am saying on AliExpress, you can get this clipper for about, I'll say, 140, 45 pounds, including tax, shipping, and everything. Comes straight to your door. Now, Stylecraft have this for almost $300 US. So probably reckon it's 250, 230. You understand? I think the only difference from where I've actually seen, you understand, because I've bought Stylecraft blade and put it on this MRD clipper, and it does feel a little bit better, this much better, but not notable. I think it depends on the blade that you buy as well, you know. But I'm saying that to say is that if you were to put a lid or something to mask the name MRD Smart Brain, you couldn't tell the difference. You could not tell the difference. Sound, everything. You understand? The only difference I've seen, and it comes down to accessories, really. With the Saber 2.0, it gives you 2 lids, you know, so you can change them around, gold and a black lid. This one, on the other hand, only gives you 1 lid. So if that lid's broken, you mess up. Like my lid broken, so I have to add it glued back and all that. That's my different stream. So I'm saying this has to be the same clipper. Put aside the color, 2 clipper, 2 lids with the Stylecraft and 1 lid with this one. But let me don't really bore you. So let me give you Cuts by Coast. Let he continue and tell you what it's really about. So go on, Cuts.
I ordered these clippers off of, ordered them from China. I got them because they're the clutch colorway. You can't really see the walls, not so much of our color, except for like the accents. It's a lot more green, but this is like the true clutch color. I had seen these on Instagram on my Explore page from one of these like Hispanic barber supplies, and I was like, I wonder if I can get my hands on this, being that this clipper never released here in the US. So let's take off the blade cover and see what blade we have here. We have the MRD DLC Vapor Blade 2.0. And I'm not sure if this is the main brand or if it's Stylecraft, but a lot of their products are very similar. I don't know if there's like a parent company and then, you know, who's copying who. But this clipper never released here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Course.
It looks a lot like the
Talk to them, Course.
And like the trimmer. And then I didn't know this, but you can pop this lid off. So it's kind of like the FX1. Pop the lid off.
That's
See
right.
all the internal by the where the blade's moving and everything. Clean all that hair out of there nice and easy with this magnetic removable pocket, and then pop that back on there and you're good to go. So pop it off the brush, good to go. And then, like I said, it comes with the DLC Vapor Blade.
Mm.
And then this actually has USB-C charging with it.
Mm.
It also comes with a charging dock. I got these on lunch today, so I've already tried it. And charging dock does not actually charge the clippers, but the cord does work. So what I'm doing for now is just plugging in my Metal Instinct cord into these clippers. So again, here is the Smart Brain. We're just going to call it the Saber Clipper because I'm not sure what it's actually called. All it says is MRD Pro. If you're looking for these, I looked on AliExpress on there. It's like the Chinese Amazon. I looked on there and typed in MRD Clipper, and I came upon somebody selling them, and I reached out to him, asked if it was the US plug or what plug it was, and he said that all of his products are US plugs. So I went ahead and ordered them, and it took about 2 weeks for me to get the clippers. And in the box outside of the dock, you're gonna have your regular charger. Only thing different is this doesn't have the circles in it, but it's still plugged in and charged.
Yeah,
And then
that's another thing. No matter how much you tell them you're from the UK,
is the
it's still setting up
guards. So if you know much about Stylecraft, they have like a blue, pink, and with the new Rebel combo, they have the white tight guards, and they come with the half guard, one guard, 1.5 guard, and then they stop at the 2. So
really no.
that is one of the biggest differences from MRD to Stylecraft is MRD gives you a 3 and a 4 guard as well.
If you want to build an app and have no idea how to code or where to start, check out Base 44.
Next time I have to upload this video.
Look at those. These are like the tight guards. They have the double magnets with the extended lip on them to make sure it's wrapping the whole back of the blade up. And then these guards are they're almost more like a carbon comb. Like whenever I'm pushing on them, I'm not getting any give on this. Like these are very firm guards. They're going to feed hair well. And from what I've used so far this afternoon, I haven't seen any like cutting lines in them, but they're definitely a higher quality guard. And then that's it for the clipper. They're not going to come with a screwdriver or really anything else. There's no other lids with these because they are full metal body. And if you look here at the box, these are the 3 other colorways they have. They have the gold, like the regular saber trimmer, and the black, and then they have this pink color. And if you've seen their new shavers, they have a shaver this color, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense because it doesn't match the Stylecraft pink. So it makes sense now. They have all these clippers, and they have the trimmers to match as well. So let's do a sound test. And again, these are 7,200 RPMs. And for me, this is kind of what I was looking for in the Metal Instinct. The Metal Instinct has 11,500, so it's a lot more powerful, but the sound of these, real quick, look at the cutting blade. It's like the regular like ergo cutting blade. I think they have different ones I could swap out, but let's do a sound test real quick. My mic, I don't even know if it's picking it up. Yeah, these are pretty quiet in person, and then they have like 3 different indicators. So I don't know if that's like per hour or what, but the back of the box says 4 hours, and then the top of the box says 3 hours. So then we also have the trimmer here, and then the trimmer, it says it has 7,200 RPMs with 4 hours of continuous run and 90 minutes of charge time. So this
Exact same trimmer.
a little screwdriver and oil.
I'll say the difference is
and these do not
I
have
can't use the word exact and still see difference, but
check these
it's.
And it says this has the X Pro blade, which is the same as all the new stock.
Let me tell you a bit about that blade as well. You see, when it comes to this clipper, trimmer, I should say, this trimmer exactly the same as the Saber. The only difference is, as I said to you, the charging stand after a while gives out. So something faulty about the way they build these charging stand. Or probably just the way I take care of it, but I don't get a problem with other charging stands. This clipper, the blade, the cutting blade, is the first thing to go. You know, it uses the one cutting blade, but the steel blade is the first blade to go. If it just touches something, it either loses the teeth or 1 or maybe 2 teeth. So you can't even trim the body because it's a shaver, it goes close. So you have two teeth exposed. So your steel blade totally gone. Totally gone. So you have to find another blade to replace it more or less. But Stycloff, their blade, the one cut to the X Pro blade, you don't get a problem. Whether it's the Gamma one, you don't get a problem. But I recommend the gold because for some shade, I don't know, probably the coating. The other one has a little DLC coating on it as well. It doesn't go too hot quickly. Well, none of them, I reckon, from my use, my opinion, they never get hot on me because I never really use them for that long. You know, I tend to use them mostly with kids because they're quiet, soft, and everything. Give you sharp lines, you know, soft on the skin and everything. But with this clipper, the only part I think that's really bad, as I say, disease, because every clipper have the disease. It's this one is that it's the steel blade. The steel blade always goes first. If you have a backup Stylecraft steel blade, you know, you just chuck it on there. But the cut blade, one cutting blade, nice. I think as Coach was saying earlier, is that I don't know who's the mother company, the sister company, or brother company, but they're putting out the same sort of product, you know. Clearly, I think Stylecraft has to be the person who is ordering from them because I don't think Stylecraft themselves has a manufacturing company to produce on a large scale. Hence why I think they run the operation in the same module like iPhone, take orders. I think they were one of the first clipper company that actually start taking orders, you know. More or less, think of it as like a profitability analysis of where your order is gonna be so you know how much to produce. So they have to be ordering from someone, you know. There's this other guy, what's it called? TPOB, T-Pub. Yeah. Just his name alone is quite funny. But this guy, he was giving you some insight about the way the company has been running with, you know, all these clipper companies where they order from and all sorts. Except for I think it's for Wall and Oster, because these people have been about for ages. So I think they've got their own company, manufacturer, the whole lot. But this clipper, if you're interested in getting one, money well spent. AliExpress, you probably get it for like 97 without tax and shipping. Including tax and shipping, you probably pay 110. Yeah, come straight to your door. Rather than buy a saber for what? 250. Probably go on eBay, second hand 200, 190. You know what I mean? But it's a really good clipper. Really good clipper. 1010. But this one, I'll say 9. You know, being the steel blade goes first quickly as well. I reckon if you take care of it, put the lid on after you finish using, then you'll be good to go. But this clipper, yeah, just know that when you buy it, but you get a good deal with it.
This is this little stamp on there. Might be able to scan it and see what it says, but
Let me ask you something. If you knew there was a way to learn how to trade properly from people who do it every single day, would you take that opportunity?
Yeah, what?
so on here is the trimmer. It's gonna have all the Smart Brain, digital brushless, and MRD Pro branding. And slight little dip. It's really not much to be like a ergonomic grip. And then on the back here, you're gonna have that zero gap setter, like not the aggressive one, but like the regular one. So you just pop.
I never understood this setup.
Push it to the side, and
I'll probably never give it much effort in trying to.
I lined it up
It has to be
with the Rebel,
straightforward.
and it looks the exact same, except for the Rebel has black screws instead of silver. So these are essentially what released here in the States, probably Canada, and everywhere else as well. The Saber trimmer. I always thought it was weird that they released the Mythic, this Saber and Apex clippers, and they were all essentially the same thing, just different colorways. And then we'll do a sound test on these.
Yeah, I don't think the mic does it justice. It's much more quiet than that. Much more quiet.
And these aren't very loud either. They sound pretty similar to a regular saber.
Yeah.
And what comes in the box with these is the charging dock, which I haven't tried this one yet, but I'm going to assume that this charging dock does not work either. The cords work, so I charged them with my metal instincts. And then another no-hole plug-in charger. Assuming this one works as well, and then, like I was saying, you get your screwdriver and your oil. So altogether, this bundle was $350. I feel like that's pretty average for a clipper and trimmer set these days. The clipper,
I think that color is a bit more expensive.
And then the trimmer was like $130, and then I'm
Yeah, $130 for the trimmer.
$20 of tax or shipping. And again, these came from China, so they had to pass through the China customs and they had to pass through U.S. customs. And then they were in New York, and I had to wait on it to go through like Cincinnati before they made it all the way here to me. And these are full metal combo. And I think that's it for this video. I'll have to get a haircut for you guys. And this is the Smart Brain full metal MRD combo with the Vapor Blade and the X Pro, just like the Rebel video I previously reviewed. This has all the best Starcraft stuff, and it comes in the clutch green, the tennis ball yellow. So here we go, guys. And again, the trimmer, if you look on the box, it just has the gold and the black. So they also have, obviously they have the green that I have, and then they have the pink that matches this one right here. So if you guys are in the market for this, you guys are gonna have to go through China to get them, AliExpress. And there's several sellers on there, so make sure that you're talking to somebody and getting a few different answers from them. You don't want to just buy something from there and get scammed, because you'll click on something that says $100 and then the item will actually be $200. So you got to make sure you select the right thing. I can go through
Happened to me bare time
on this video, but I just did some negotiation with the guy that had the US plug-in. I asked him how long it was going to ship, and it was about 7 p.m. here in Central Time. And he said it's morning in China. I'll ship them right now. And they got out. It took about 2 weeks, but nonetheless, I think it's worth the wait. What I used so far, they're pretty nice clippers. They're full metal and they're not too loud. So that's kind of my ideal set. But appreciate you guys if you watch this video. That's all for this unboxing. It's Cuts by Coast, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, that was a good review, of course. I'll say, Mr. Course, that was a good review. As I say, MRD, good clipper, you can't lose. You know, you get your money's worth when it comes to this clipper. It's a really good company, you know. I think it's one of those company where you kind of get value for your money. Initially, when it just came out, they were on the cheaper side, like anything. You know, when you're starting a company, you try and wheel in the clients. But now they're still cheaper, you know, but not where you think that you're having a massive bargain. You know, you get a little bit of a bargain, a bit of a drink off it, but there is nothing too much on it. Probably £10, £20. I mean, every nickel make a muck, as Jamaicans say. You know, 114 basket. That's what we say in my country. But yeah, but apart from these clipper, I'm thinking if you want to get a really good clipper, I recommend you get this clipper, the what's it called, the Tomb 45 clippers. So, yeah, Tomb 45. Yeah, spinning off clippers and trimmers. All right, we get Jeezy. I think Jeezy would be a person to give you a good review. Everybody knows Jeezy, you know, pioneer in the game, you know, one of the most streamed person for Barber, you know what I mean? apart from low cut it. That's my guy.
I know y'all been waiting on it. It's finally here.
My guy, Jeezy.
Dennis, what took you so long? Well, we got the Tune 45 clippers and trimmers. Hopefully, I have the trimmers too. Hopefully, I have the clippers and the trimmers, and not just the trimmers or just the, you know what I mean? But it's a big box. I expect both of them to be in here. Okay, all right. Bubble wrap is in the way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got the mats right here. Tune 45 mat. And the clipper right here.
Jeezy, you know. I like it, the Jeezy guy.
All right.
You always make me laugh. You know what I like about Jeezy as well?
Here, let's open it up.
He
got experience.
Not just being one of the first boss to walk around camera, because if you look at the video, he would tell you some of the struggles he had. But he makes you feel good about a purchase. He actually put the clipper to work.
You hear the sound?
I love this clipper. I like the economics of it.
Okay, all right. Speed up, okay. The sound quality.
You know, one thing about these testing of the sound, I don't think the mics, any mic, my opinion, does the clipper sounds any justice. You know, I like the box. I think this is one of the things everybody's experienced. The clipper tend to be more compact in the box, make it difficult to come out.
Let's go.
It looks really nice.
Sound quality.
This is like the iPhone of the game. Well done, Chris. It's the boss here.
All right, goes down. Speeds back up. When you hit the Tune 45 button, the grooves. All right. I like this handle. I like this. I like the lever. The lever on it is pretty dope. It feels comfortable. Okay, all right. We're gonna cut with these all day.
I bet you are. I bet you are, mate.
But yeah, wait. Let me talk my talk real quick. Listen, shout out to Chris Basio and the whole Tune 45. I remember them flying me out just to get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? To see if there's anything that could possibly happen. You know what I mean? I support Tune 45 and what they doing. I seen them start from the bottom and now they here. Y'all gotta understand we're YouTubers. That's what they used to say about us. They used to say the game is to be sold and not told. What that mean, though?
Selling, that's what it means, Jeezy. They're selling Jeezy.
The game. I'm just saying. Shout out to the YouTubers that's doing big things.
Not me yet, mate. Everyone is saying that charging pad replaces the charger. If you don't have a charging pad, it's a wrap. Okay, let me see Jeezy put this to work. Come on. Jeezy, yeah. Put the brain. As I said to everybody, let me make this so you know it. Anybody who is watching this stream here right now, you understand? I'm telling you this. These guards, understand this. If you're using a number 2 with these guards, you have to be thinking you're going to get a 1.5. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, you need to use one guard up. So for a number 2, you need to use a number 3. And for a number 3, number 4, and so on and so on. Upwards, backwards. Trust me. Look at this. Let me carry on.
You can go back to it after this.
Ladies insane. Insane. proper MC. Chopping. These Americans, they keep your corners. I ain't gonna lie. But they give you a whole forehead. Now don't get me wrong, Jeezy. Man's not this anything. Just, you know, just different flavor on that side. I need to pay for YouTube premium, so I won't be putting for this in my stream. Apologize, stream, for this thing. Yeah, one thing with Jeezy. Cut with any clipper. Cut with any clipper. You see? Low. That looks like a number 1. And it looks like a 0.5, man. Okay. I'm saying this played. It's insane. You know what I like about Chris? Not only is he innovative in the thinking, it's even when you look at the trimmer, you know, the design. Everybody says the blade reverse. I'm thinking Chris got it the right way. You know what I mean? Like, he made it the right way. Makes it easier. Takes a little bit getting used to, I would imagine, but you know what I mean? Look, you pick it up, it's ready for you. That part of it, directly the charge, green, everything goes well with it. Couldn't find a better color combination. You know what I mean? But I'm just happy that he's innovative and he made the right choice in regards to getting on to this and say, you know what, let's do this thing. Because he could have easily done it on his own, but would he been as great at this? Perhaps. Knowing Chris, he would have probably gotten it right eventually. You know what I mean? But at least, first time around, smash it. Out the park. So Chris, if you're watching this stream, job well done. For those you are, but nevertheless, you know, in the future. You know what I mean? There goes that lineup again. Right? But I must admit, when he finishes with you, it always looks sharp and on point. Well done, cheese. You know what I mean?
I already told him. No, I already told him that they already know I'm gonna review. I'm gonna use any clipper I want. Because if they didn't allow me to do that, I wouldn't have never been with them. I would have never did it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Good, cheesy. It's always good to stay grounded, man. I'm telling you, the way this clipper just goes through. You understand? If anybody have this clipper in the position and the blade and the way it cuts, it's the same. I wouldn't say it, at least 90% close to the muscle, the clipper I just spoken about, the muscular clipper from VGR. Trust me. But this lineup is gonna be phenomenal. You know, it would take me probably a bit just to let my ass now. I'm used to my Starcraft and my wall detail board. Trust me, I'm old school. You know what I mean? I don't care what no one says. No one makes play like Wall. No one. I don't know about this. Don't get me wrong, Gigi. I think he's meant to put on fiber. Unless he's asked not to, but you know what I mean? But a bit too shiny on the front. That's what I think. My opinion. But we're not here about the trims, we're here about the clipper. Yeah. Yeah. It's cutting.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is co-producing.
Yeah, boss.
It's the way to find samples that fit your track. It listens to your track and.
All right, so everybody's gonna want to know.
Yeah, we want to know Jeezy.
On these clippers and trimmers, right? I got through a whole day with cutting with them, and here's my thoughts on them. I think if you've been following Chris Basio, Tomb 45, if they inspired you, I feel like this is a must cop. Hands down. I feel like
big achievement.
Why do you
big achievement there.
In order to cop these clippers and trimmers right now? I want to address for anybody that's thinking, oh, 360 Jeezy is showing
BTB.
45s. He's betraying stylecraft.
Yeah, BTB. That's what you're meant to be saying, Jeezy. BTB.
For anybody that's thinking like that, I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I do what I want. I do what I want. One day, I do it. It's not my fault that I have my own voice and I can say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about what I want to talk about. You know what I mean? I'm not under contract that keeps me from saying, you know what I'm saying, or showing a certain brand or a certain clipper. That's the good thing about keeping your voice, all right? And I just want to go into this and dabble into this right now, because when you sign up to be an ambassador or under an umbrella of a company,
Preach, Jeezy.
Normally what happens is you can only speak about that brand and what they got going on. You know what I mean? But I am in a position. I have built myself in a position to where I don't have to do that, y'all. I could literally talk about any clipper I want, and if it prohibits me from talking about any other clipper, I wouldn't do the deal. I wouldn't be a part of it.
We hear you, Gillian.
And being by myself and never coming out with a clipper or none of that. You know what I mean? Never be no ties with no brands. That's the beauty of building yourself so big. And not to put me on this high horse, but that's the beauty of building yourself and focusing on yourself and really just going hard to where the brands really just, you know what I'm saying? They want you. You know what I'm saying? And if you want me, this is what comes with it. You know what I mean? This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jeezy. All right. Let me say a little thing about this, right? All right, Jeezy, we hear you. We hear you when you say this, right? But I don't think everybody is in a position to actually make these kind of demands. No, there's one guy who is online, and I looked at his posts. He's on IG, TikTok, and he does this thing, cold cuts, and he tells you, and I can understand what Jeezy is saying. When you're in a position like him, well deserved, of course. So I must point out, Jeezy, you're one of those people who deserve whatever is coming to you. I saw your new clippers and everything. Is that what Cold Cut was saying is that you have to make yourself more valuable, more attractive to these brands, you know, because everybody like, why are you trying to be the best here? Why are you trying to be the best here? You know, amongst the barbers, everybody is looking for that brand deal. Well, let me just say everybody, majority. But I think on your way to making a brand deal, you make money. You make a lot of money. I don't think you really worry about the brand deals as such. But Jeezy is right. You know what I mean? You should be in a position where you should be able to talk about any clipper. If a clipper is a good clipper, it's a good clipper. You shouldn't be worrying about, oh, what is this person gonna say, or what. The truth is the truth. And that's what I like about Jeezy, you know? You keep it grounded. Because I see him use to be a clipper. And the thought of him like siding with one and not the other is beyond me. I don't think he's that kind of person in regards to what he portrayed in the media, because I don't know the guy personally. You understand? But in regards to the clipper, I think he did some really good trims with the clipper. As to the in-depth of what I was trying to make the stream see is to like the actual uses of the clipper, the blade, the name, the mechanism, how it come about. But I don't think this part is for Jeezy. However, there is one other YouTuber I follow as well. His name is Sean Cut. So let me look him up on this and get into Sean Cuts. He does some really good review. I think that's his name, Official Unboxing. Yeah, that's him right there. So right. Chat soon. When I get money, I'm gonna go for the YouTube premiums.
Exciting one for
We
you
don't
guys
have to
today.
go through this.
Official unboxing kit. This thing is packed full of goodies and the T45 clipper and trimmer. You guys have seen the first.
Right. So if you're wondering why am I doing this review with Tomb 45, I think Tomb 45 is a really good brand. You understand? Really, really good brand. A couple here and there snags, but on a grand scheme of things, I think they're really, 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 really good brand. Innovative, and Chris always, from what I've seen on YouTube, he's always willing to give you free game. You know, some of the things that he speak about is quite shocking. I even gave that for free. So shout out to Chris again. I like their product. You know, I like the product. I like the movement. Nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? I think they're on the way to being more productive, being the leader in innovation. Because most of these clipper company, all I see they do is just basically change from one color to the next, just like the iPhone. No offense to Steve Jobs. But you know what I mean? There's nothing you can say that's really innovative, that works well, that power actually need. You know what I mean? And help us to put out better trims, you know, make it more easier to how should I say, be more creative in our day-to-day running our business as well in regards to the clipper. So I'm saying that to say is that I like the way Chris does his thing, you know, and Tomb 45. So that's a love for you, Chris. Sean Cuts, on the other hand, he's very informative, you know. I follow him quite a lot. And I think most YouTube people follow him as well. So shout out to Sean again. Now remember, these people are not my friends, you know what I mean? They're just YouTube people that I see. But the Tomb 45 is a really good clipper. And when you just look at this video, it would actually give you more in-depth about this clipper. And that's what I like about Sean. He actually gives you an in-depth, you know what I mean? And he makes you feel good about it. So enough about me. Let's continue with the video.
Everything in it. I'm gonna tell you guys some more details about the clipper and trimmer and the whole process. So let's go ahead and flip this thing and check it out. All right, so kind of like our normal unboxing kits that we get, except you guys can see the difference here. Babeless Pro times Tomb 45. A little bit different, a little collaboration here. On the very front, it says from imagination to reality in matte black on black. You can't really see it. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's inside. Now let's go ahead and slide it down. Go ahead and show you guys a little bit up here. These are going to all be on the boxes, but Babeless Pro times Tomb 45, 2 innovators, 1 mission, redefining the industry. So guys, that is what we're trying to do here. We took a brand that does listen to barbers, that does make innovative tools, merged it with another brand that innovates on equipment and tools for barbers. We all came together, took a lot of ideas, and put out the T45. So let's go ahead and dig through this box and see what else is inside. Now you can see the first thing when we open this up. Box number 2. You're holding box 2 of 50. Each box represents a step in this exciting launch story, and you're among the first to experience it. Thank you for unboxing with us and being part of something so special. We're excited to have you with us on this journey. Box number 2. Now, I've talked to my guy, Beam. He's box 21, and he is not happy about it. I told him I'd send him the number 2 card, but You know, it's just not the same. Now, underneath that, guys, is this little pamphlet that has some information in it. Again, a lot of this stuff is probably going to be on the boxes, so we'll see. But you can see a picture of the clipper and trimmer here. Super nice graphic.
Nice. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. Chris, you do a good job
If we open
with
it
the
up,
design.
you can see a detailed breakdown, pretty much what is on the back of the box. So we're not going to go through it right here. And we do have the dryer here that is the Nano Light. That's the dryer that's been out. I have the clutch yellow one and the black one. It's the same thing. It just has a little tomb green accent on it, and it does have a rubber grip. So on the back, you guys can see some information about the collaboration and what that team looks like. So we have 44 global educators, 25 plus million followers amongst both brands and all of the educators, and 158 million plus interactions on YouTube,
Wow.
Instagram, TikTok, and all social media platforms. Let's go ahead and set that over here. You guys can see we got a new Babyliss Tomb 45 hat. I am not the hat wearer. Let's just, you know what I'm saying, for the video, let's throw it on, guys.
You give it to me, bro.
But I got to put it on the last two notches for it to fit. Let's go ahead and throw this joint on. Yeah, I'm not a hat guy. Let's see. I got a mirror right there. Yeah, it's not too bad, but I feel like the kid in the Sandlot when I put hats on. So let's go ahead and lose that. Next over here, we have a Tomb 45 Indestructible Clay. You guys know it's my favorite product. I think, obviously, you know, I have a drawer full of this, but some of the educators for Babyliss Pro probably have not seen our clay or used it, so we wanted to include that. You know, that is the collaboration effort here. We're bringing what we're strong at. Babyliss is bringing what they're strong at. Now we can work together to be even better. Over here on the side, the most controversial part of this whole unboxing, guys, charging pads are going to be included with these units. They're not in the box, but they are going to come with it. So you guys, if you look closely, you can see Babyliss times 245 at the top. Other than that, it is the exact same as the charging pads we had before. They work the same. They fit in the mat. Those are a lot of the questions that I have. And they are included with your purchase. So don't trip, guys. You will have wireless charging ready when you buy the T45 clipper or trimmer. And over here, we just have some Babyliss goodies, fade brush, comb set. This is like a razor comb I actually haven't used. This is a dual clipper sleeve that you can put a clipper and a trimmer in at the same time. Go ahead and put that over here. Man, this is maybe the biggest unboxing box I've ever gotten. And then we have the T45.
That's a lot.
So let's go ahead and set these over here because there's a few more things. Tomb 45 collectible pin from Tomb 45 and Pin Stop. Got some hair grippers and a black on black Babyliss Pro cape. Now, before I toss this box, guys, I want you to look in here. These are the drawings. Some of them, the very first rough sketches that Bossio did. Some of them, the renderings from Babyliss, the blade, just, you know, just a bunch of the stuff that you guys can see the process of how this came about. So I'm trying to look and see, you know, I think this is kind of the first sketch that Bossio did. And then you can see just all these little notes. It's just kind of a cool feature to see where this came from. And if you guys weren't aware, Bossio drew this on a napkin or scrap piece of paper or something like that. Got with Babyliss, said they had some ideas. You know, as Tomb 45, we have a lot of input. We have a lot of knowledge on clippers. We didn't want to just go make our own. We didn't want to call China and say, give us this clipper and put our logo on it, anything like that. We knew we wanted to build it from the ground up. We knew that Babyliss Pro was the brand to do that. And so it's been a 3-year process. To be honest, guys, I'm absolutely shocked that we kept it a secret. I've known about it the whole 3 years. And I don't even know if I've ever hinted at it, but I definitely am impressed with all of us to keep it a secret. But the word is out now. You guys can see all the stuff included here, all the process included here. But let's go ahead and get this big box out of the way and check out the clipper and trimmer. All right, so I left the expansion pads out. We'll go ahead and pop one out. I just want you guys to be able to see it. Let me get a little razor blade or something. Go ahead and pop this. All right, so a lot of word going around saying that these were not included by people that didn't know what they were talking about. But guys, these are included. If you're not familiar with them, these are the wireless charging pads.
Yeah, but where's the stand?
Pretty easy to use, pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to show you guys just so, you know, we don't have any questions when everybody gets these in their hands. Now, first thing I noticed here, guys, no cords in the box. And for a second, I thought, you know, maybe that's going to be a problem. But what I realized is there's cords in here. So you guys can use the cord. If you're not going to plug it in, the USB-C.
What do you mean the cord?
Trimmer, you can just plug it into your charging pad. So let's go ahead and slide these out of the way.
We like the stand. That's what we like.
I'll show you guys how they work. All right, so here it is, guys. I'm going to do a little more of an in-depth look now that we have a box. So you can see we got the clear window here. I actually just talked to one of the designers at Babyliss. We may be going away with the window. Now, I'm actually not a fan because I wouldn't have this wall behind me. I would have a whole wall of boxes. But once you take the clipper out, it's just an empty box. So I don't mind that idea. I don't know if you guys like the window. I know their idea was that, you know, you want to see what you're buying. For me, I'm pretty educated about it. If the picture's on the box, just like this one, that's good enough for me, right? So anyway, that doesn't matter. Babeless Pro Tomb 45, you see the green outline. You can see the T45 inside. We'll go ahead and flip it over here. Babeless Pro X Tomb 45, new DS1 dual speed motor, so it does have 2 speeds, up to 4 hours of runtime. It has a MIM blade. Guys, the prototypes actually had a different blade. We were trying to kind of come up with something new, and we really all ended up liking the MIM blade better. So we went with just the standard MIM blade that you can see on most of the stuff that's behind me in the black color. New compact ergonomic housing, wireless charging compatible, and a 2-year warranty. I know some of you guys worry about that warranty. So you can see here, I think this is pretty real size. And again, now on the box it says wireless charging pad not included. It is not in the box. Before somebody comments, it says right there. It's not included.
Yeah, it says right there.
It's not going to come in this box. It's like literally bigger than the box. So anyway, now let's check out the back. Babeless Pro 245 wireless charging clipper. That's cool. They just call it a wireless charging clipper. So as far as I know, this is one of the first clippers that has wireless charging actually built in. So you know we did the power clips for the power mat. Now it's actually just built into the clipper. Again, wireless charging pad not included in this box. Black titanium MIM blade has an acute cutting blade that provides ultra precise cuts, reduced contact area, maintains lower blade temperature, built-in oil reservoirs, ensures smooth, friction-free performance. I want to tell you guys real quick on that topic of MIM blades, guys, they have those reservoirs inside. You got to make sure that you oil them. I actually over-oil mine so that I know the oil gets down in the reservoirs and it will last a little bit longer. If your MIM blade seems like it's getting hot, I would make sure that you have plenty of oil on there and that the blades are adjusted correctly. Shouldn't have a problem. Again, new DS1 dual speed motor. Guys, the high speed is going to be 7,500 RPMs. The low speed is 6,800. And 6,800 is pretty standard for most Babeless tools. So the 75 is actually kind of cranked up. It kind of feels turbocharged. New dual high capacity lithium ion battery, up to 4 hours of runtime. New battery level LED indicator screen. New compact ergonomic design. Rubber grip and secure finger grooves for comfort and control. And wireless charging compatible. Includes 6 precision comb attachments, USB-C compatible, FX cord compatible. If you guys don't want to do the wireless charging, you guys can use your standard FX cords or USB-C. And I believe the USB-C is going to charge the fastest. But anyway, that's it. We got some Spanish, I think, and maybe some French or something. So let's get the sticker off of here.
Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm here to talk apps.
Yeah, sorry about that,
Apps you
chat.
can build in minutes
We need
with
to get
this finance app
YouTube
solves
Premium
your
and
business.
we're gonna have to go through this.
Get these things out.
Or I could just upload the whole file, but that's just gonna fill up my computer. I'm only on 128
Inside,
gigabytes.
you
So
guys can see the sketches from the beginning to the end, so that's super cool. Go ahead and set that to the side. Go ahead and try to get this clipper out. You know they put these things in here really good these days. Come on, there we go. Got a little plastic cover on top. Set it to the side. Let's pull this green out. I want to talk about some of the stuff that is in here. So again, here is your cord and brick if you guys want to plug in your expansion pads or plug in the clipper. Extra cam follower, pretty standard stuff here. We got oil, blade cover, screwdriver, brush, instruction manual. Get that out of the way. And one of my favorite parts of this drop, guys, let's go ahead and just pop all these out of the bags. Why I ripped that. All right, so you guys can see here are the precision guards. We have a 0.51, 1.52, 3, 4. And these are totally new guards, guys. Brand new design. I know my guy Beam had a lot of input on these. A lot less plastic. Let's go ahead and look at them. So a lot less plastic at the point. They're pointier. A lot less plastic here on the side. I'll look at them on the clipper. Well, we can go ahead and do that. So you guys see a little bit more room here on the side. They snap on. They do have a metal clip. Super snug to the clipper, and just less plastic to make sure we can get in there, feed the hair, cut the hair. And so far, guys, I'm loving these guards. You know, I like the premium guards, but obviously with the T45, we're going to be rocking with these. So 6 guards included. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Man, my desk is filling. There's a lot in this box. There's a lot included in this kit. Get some stuff up out of here. I can breathe. All right, let's check out the clippers. So if you guys saw the first look, you've already seen it. Everything else we just talked about is what I wanted to show you guys, the unboxing, all the stuff included. And I'll just run through the clipper real quick. We already read it all on the box, but you guys can see it here, kind of a matte black gloss here where the screen is. This is where the LCD is. I'll turn it on in a second. It is matte black, gloss black Babeless Pro. If we flip it over, I don't even think this was mentioned on the box, guys. Totally new lever. This is a brand new lever. You can see we got some grips up here on the front for when you push it down. And then when we go to push it up, it is ergonomic to the thumb. This is the most used part of a clipper. We touch it more than anything else, more than the power button, more than the guards. We literally do this hundreds of times throughout the haircut. So why are the levers all just straight, plain, bulky, not ergonomic levers? So I know Basio took a lot of inspiration from, I think, a Logitech mouse for his computer. And if you look it up, it actually has some things that you can see. It's kind of like body lines that mimic this. But the lever is amazing. Same clicks, same stretch lever that Babyliss has been using here for a while. Now, if we flip it over, you guys can see the MIM blade. This thing is greased up, ready to roll. And then we have the rubber grip with a T45, kind of an indentation or embossed in the rubber. So it's got some grip. So if we put our two fingers here and flip it over, we can put our thumb in the thumb grip. Nice grip, guys, very comfortable. I've heard a lot of people talking about how big they are. They are not that big, guys. They look big because they're short, but they're really not any wider than like a Low Pro, a little bit wider at the bottom, but very similar size to a Low Pro, nothing crazy. So far I'm loving them. I've had them for about a week, and we're gonna bust the second set out and get to work. I let a couple of my guys at one of my shops borrow my first set to test out, so we're gonna get these things back on the station, keep making content for you guys. But let's go ahead and grab the trimmer and check it out. So we'll move through this a little quicker, guys.
Checking it out.
245. There's the trimmer in the window. Believe same things here. DS1 dual motor, up to 3 hours of runtime. Deep tooth MIM blade, guys. So this is the first MIM blade on a trimmer from Babyliss Pro, and let me tell you, it smacks and it crunches. It's like a cereal commercial. Snap, smack, crackle, pop. What is it? New compact ergonomic housing, wireless charging, 2-year warranty. Go ahead and flip it. Similar stuff here. So deep tooth metal injection molded blade, lower blade temperature, built-in reservoirs on the trimmer blade. So that is new, and it's obviously zero gap adjustable. It does have a new reverse blade orientation. So when we get it out, you'll see what that looks like. Same dual speed motor, 7500 and 6800, 3 hours of runtime. So if you guys didn't catch, the clipper has 2 batteries. That's why it has a little more runtime. The trimmer has 1 battery and it has 3 hours of runtime. It has the LED screen, compact ergonomic grip, and wireless charging compatible. I didn't read this on the first one, but auto shut off when unit is placed on the charging pad. So that's something cool. If it's running and you shut it down, it will turn off. Let's go ahead and get this thing out. This is kind of the most different and exciting. I know you guys want to see it. So again, we have some drawings underneath the box or inside of the box. These things are tough, guys. I find the best way is to pull that out like that. And we can pop our trimmer out. We'll go ahead and pop this out. Not as many goodies as the clipper because we don't have guards for the trimmer, obviously. But again, we have our cord and our dock if you guys want to plug in your charger. Screwdriver, brush, zero gap tool. It does have a black zero gap tool. No more ugly maroon. We got the black one, some oil, and our sticker and all our normal stuff. So let's go ahead and get that zero gap tool out because I'm going to adjust these things. We've been posting a lot of content, guys, on Instagram, on YouTube, and a lot of people asking the same old question. Does it hit like that out of the box? Guys, most trimmers are not that sharp out of the box. We don't want people that maybe aren't as skilled or people that don't want a sharp trimmer to have something that's too sharp. So I have a lot of content on how to adjust these. But guys, we all adjust our trimmers, but they don't really need a lot. They're going to cut pretty well out of the box. But of course, I like to adjust mine a little tighter. All right, so here is the trimmer, guys. Babyliss Pro gloss on the matte black. Same thing. I didn't turn the clipper on. We'll do them both in a minute. We got the thumb grip. We got the LED.
Yeah.
I didn't show you the bottom, but there's the USB-C and the FX cord. Flip it over. Same T45. One difference on the trimmer is the snap cover, so you can clean underneath. And if you guys look, you can see the blade is totally new and improved. So we just essentially took off anything that could come off that wasn't necessary, that was extra metal on the blade, so that you have more visibility when you guys are lining up, if you're trying to do different things, do designs. So you guys can see sharp, I think probably call it gunmetal, MIM trimmer blade. And if you guys notice, both have a green cutting blade. So now that we've checked them out, what do you guys notice that's different, right? We talked about the trimmer has the reverse blade. So if you guys pay attention, the trimmer is facing down when it's laid on its back. That is because it is engineered to pick up, turn on, and go straight to doing lineups. Now, of course, guys, you can still flip it, do your scooping for balding out, for whatever. You can still switch grips, do whatever you need to do. But the idea is you have it sitting down, we pick it up, turn it on, go straight to doing our line work. Now, that is going to be the main difference here from anything you've seen before. I don't believe there's any trimmer that's ever been done like that. It is a little different. You guys will take a minute to get used to it, but you can still cut in any type of capacity, whether it's backwards or not. But if you are somebody that does heavy lineups like my guy Beam, he is loving this thing. So I've been liking it so far, guys. It hits super well. The clipper cuts super well. And I'll be dropping a tutorial here soon, cutting my guy Markel with the T45s as well. So enough talk, guys. Let's turn them on. We've had some controversy on whether they are loud or not. So let's turn them on. You guys can decide. Now that's the low speed. You can see the light is off. Now if I hold this for a second, it's going to kick up to the high speed. Now the trimmer, which I think is even quieter, which is surprisingly quiet, to be honest. Now that's the high speed. You guys can see the T45 lit up. And that's the low speed. Now that just made me realize something, guys. It is going to remember the setting that you leave it on. So it's not going to always start on low. You have to turn it up every time or anything like that.
That's a good thing.
Back on with however you left it. Let me show you guys how these things sit on the wireless charging pads, guys. If you look real close, they have a notch out of them.
Yeah.
So if we set them down and slide them back, they will hit. I don't have a cord over here. I'll plug them in. I got some footage I'll show you. And then they will turn on and start charging. Well, not turn on, but they'll start charging. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for the T45 unboxing. If you guys want to pre-order these, I have a link in the description. You guys can pick them up. They're going to start shipping, I think, late February, early March. And I'm telling you guys, you want to get your hands on them. If you rock with Tune 45, if you rock with Babyliss Pro, if you rock with me, go pick these things up. Let me know what you think about them. Leave me a comment down below on what you think of all this new stuff. All the stuff that came in this box. All this crazy new innovation from Babyliss and Tune 45. I think it's pretty cool. But I got to get back to work. So y'all check out that video.
Yeah, Sean, that was a good review. That was a good review. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's a good review. But I'm saying for Tune 45, yeah, thumbs up. It keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. So that's a good thing. So we did the VGR. We saw how that was. Film about it a little bit, saw a little video. We just did the Tune 45, the clipper and the trimmer. So we just got one more new clipper that's out. So let me load up this clipper and show you. Apparently it's the new JRL trimmer. So let me get that started.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, I need to get YouTube Premium, so I don't have to go to this ad. All right, let's find this. Right. JRL new trimmer. Right, so one review. Who should we see? Tank gives you a good review. So let's see what Tank's saying tonight.
What's good, YouTube? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank be chopping back with another video. And on this video, we're actually going to be talking about the JRL Ghost Clipper. We've had it for about a year now, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's get it.
Yeah, I don't think this is what I wanted to see. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry about that. This is not what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the new one. Why did I press that one? Yeah, sure you get the new channel. Tank, it seems as if they didn't give you this new JRL. So
this is going to be my quick review of the new JRL Diamante Lambo clipper and trimmer set. So we've been fortunate enough to get these on early release. So we've been working with these for about a week now, and I've spent 2 or 3 days using this new clipper and trimmer set. So just as a reference.
Okay, so if anybody's looking at this stream here now, what we're streaming here now is the new JRL trimmer and clipper. So if everybody remember, before there was a company, I forgot the name of the company. I should do more research. But nevertheless, the JRL, their company, everybody kind of were on the fence with them, because before this free movement between China and America, in regards to trading and pattern and, the legality between designs. So I think everybody was kind of upset that JLR sort of, I wouldn't say steal, but kind of copy somewhat the design of this previous clipper, which everybody's doing now, and no one bats an eye. But initially, it was an issue. So I think everybody kind of didn't want to support JRL, and then the shape of clipper was a little bit unorthodox compared to the clippers from before, because the clippers from before was, they had one look more or less, just different colors. It was usually the wall. But with that being said, I think with the JRL, the 2020C, yeah, I think that clipper, when people start using it and they realize how quiet it was, because people were looking for quiet clippers and long battery life and light. And with the JRL, their body weight was proportionate, so you didn't feel like all the weight was to the front and there was no weight to the bottom, because it's more or less plastic and rubber. So I think after people started to use that, I think people got the gist of it and kind of added to their arsenal. Because you can't beat 5 hours of runtime, and it really means 5 hours. Like literally, you could use it all day before you go on red. 2 days sometime if you got more than one clippers that you change it. So then I see they went to the Onyx. 4 hours was for the JRL 2020C, and 5 hours. So I think the extra hour was like the main selling point. That's what I think for them. What would I know? But just experience. But this clipper, this new clipper, I haven't seen it. I haven't done a review, but I was told to look out for it, and it's coming. So I was looking for my what should I say, my regular influencers who tend to give me a more in-depth look. But from the looking on the internet, I haven't seen anybody with the clipper yet, apart from this guy, which I'm gonna give you his well, you could clearly see his name, his YouTube and whatnot, and see what he's gonna say about it. But from what I've seen in these clippers, they just keep changing the body, but the internals are practically the same. So before I even say this is the case, let me just look at the review and see what he says. Because we all know GIL, so we can tell if the difference outside the body and a little gimmicks here and there. We want to know operational on a day-to-day, use in the barbershop. Can it withstand? Let me see what he's saying now.
This is what they look like. So you've got the clipper and the trimmer. Now, from a mile off, they stand out. I love the yellow. So when I first picked these out of the box, the first thing I noticed was the weight, the balance, and the feel of these new JRL Diamantes. I personally couldn't get on with the Onyx because I just didn't feel they had that ergonomic like grip and feel to them. And straight away, the Diamantes have that. They have this grip on the front here, which is great for your thumb. And they have these finger grooves at the back. So they rest so perfectly.
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system.
On your hand, especially when you're doing a long day in the shop. I found these really help me, and the grooves really help me to keep grip, especially going through a haircut. And the trimmer is exactly the same. They are really, really well balanced. I think they feel great in the hand. And I'm not sure what this material is here, but it's very grippy. And that was my only downfall for the Onyx. I personally couldn't get on with them just because of the overall shape. But straight away, the Diamantes have sorted that problem for me anyway. And actually, on the whole, they feel a lot more balanced, and they are slightly heavier than the Onyx. And I actually prefer that. I prefer more of a traditional model of clipper, and they tend to be a little bit heavier. So straight away, without using them, thumbs up for like the overall feel, how ergonomic they are, how balanced they are, and the weight distribution with them. Now, they look really good. on your section. They really stand out. We've obviously gone for the Lambo iconic yellow, and they do it in black, which is great, but they don't stand out. The amount of people I've had talking to me about these clippers already, just having them sat on my shelf, you want something that's going to stand out. And people have been really asking me so many questions, how they perform, even people outside the industry talking about this new clipper that's basically had some sort of deal with Lamborghini, and now you've got a Lamborghini clipper. So the whole of my feed is really loving these new clippers. So performance wise, it's got 2 speeds on the side. Now you've got a dual setting is what they call it. Now one of them is supposed to be for debulking and the other one's probably more for fading. But personally, because I'm used to more of a traditional model of clipper, I just love the high RPMs. There's not many clippers on the market that really have the dual speed, so it's taking me a little bit of time to get used to it.
Most clippers now
My
have
precision,
dual
my
speed.
balance when using a clipper is more in tune with higher RPMs than it is on a lower RPM. That's just me personally, even though I know a lot of people are going to like the dual speed. So I've been using this, rightly or wrongly, on the higher RPM setting, and it has been absolutely faultless. I personally wasn't the biggest fan of the Onyx. Not saying it was a bad clipper. I know it was probably the best-selling clipper of 2024, best-selling clipper of 2025. Some may argue, but it's definitely got to be up there, even if it wasn't the best. And it was the best for a reason, because people liked it and they felt it performed. It just wasn't my style of clipper, but I am already resonating more to using these than using my Onyx. Partly because it's more ergonomic and I just like them. They're more of a squarer body. I like a squarer body rather than an oval. And I've now used these clippers on an afro cut. I did an afro cut yesterday, and I used them on 2 or 3 other hair types, but they flew through the afro. Really, really good. I've done 2 videos for my YouTube that I will be uploading over the next couple of weeks, so you can see how they perform. I've done an afro cut, which I recorded just to show you how well they glide through thick curly hair. And then I've done a really popular haircut, which is a low taper into a curly permed haircut. And I think that one will do really, really well on the views. It's a popular haircut, and the diamantés, the big clippers, perform really well. The trimmer I like, but I do feel if you had a slightly sharper blade, it would perform better. The power on it is really good. The grip is good. The balance feels great. They are good out of the box. I'm not saying they're not a good trimmer. They're not my best trimmer, personally. They don't give me the sharpest line, but then they are good for other things. They debulk quite well. I put my 0 line in with it, and they debulked it quite well without pulling. And sometimes a clipper that's finely tuned like this will end up pulling thick hair. So I found that was really good. I'm not
That's always the
displeased with
problem
them,
with
but
JRL.
I'm not
The line
over the
is
moon with them, let's
always
say. I
off.
definitely
You
feel there
know,
could
and
be an improvement potentially just on the blade.
I always say, how come and that's what leads me to believe there's no innovation in regards to most of these clippers, is that all of the liners that JRL, the blade that they've brought out, are not hitters. None. Some influence will come on and say, oh yeah, it hits. I would say for the white people here, it hits. But for the vast amount of people who go and get haircut and expect a crispy lines, it's not doing it. It's not doing it. What I like about it, it's soft on the skin. You know, it's good for kids. It's good for shaving under the neck. It's good for all of that. But when it comes to what's it called? The lining up and looking for crispy lines, JRL, it's not the one. Not the one. Not the one. And I've seen Stylecraft team, they've got some bangers, they've got some hitters. I've seen even VGR, they've got some hitters. Some, not a lot. Probably 2 or 10 hitters, but What's happening? What's happening in JRL? You know, as a barber, I want to know. I don't mind you. Everything else about the clipper, smack on point. Charging stand, love it. I like the technology behind the Onyx and the charging stand. You know, I like the color, I like the ergonomics of the whole clipper. You know, I like the 5 hour charge battery time. You know, I'm in the UK, so it is 254, 224. So within an hour or so, I've got a fully charged, or even less, fully charged. And that clippers last me for a day and a half. So fix the liner. If you fix the liner, you're in the game. You're in the game if you fix the liner. If you don't fix the liner, I don't know. But that's always the issue with it. But outside that, you've got a good clipper. Not gonna lie, you know.
But I like the body, I like the look, feels great, well balanced, ergonomic, and you will see that it does do a nice outline on the afro haircut that I did. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And it has
I don't
applied
believe that.
the curly taper really nicely as well. So it's the little details on this Diamante set that I like the grips, like the little Lamborghini sign. It's even got these little Italian flags, which I really like on both. And also on the big clipper, it's got like this digital reference at the bottom to tell you how many hours of runtime it's got left. I like that. The blade on the clipper, on the big clipper, great. It comes with a standard JRL fade blade in black. I really like that. You've got the notch system or the click system as well. Really good. They feel really well made. So let's get on to price. So if you're in the UK, it's going to cost you about 300 Great British pounds. And if you're in America, it's around $370, $380. Is it worth it? I personally say it is. Considering the other clippers that have been released in 2025 for a similar price tag, I'm happy paying 300 Great British pounds for this set. You've got to take into account the innovation from JRL, the collaboration and licensing from Lambo, how well the Onyx did, building on brand notoriety and building on branding wholly from JRL. £300 is not a bad price. I would recommend it. If you look at some of the recent drops, you can see they're doing trimmers for £200 plus and just one clipper for close to £200. So £300 for these.
Your house or to perhaps your outdoor routine. This is from Jim Pro Lux. So this is the band and bar set. This is
I think's really good considering the innovation, the collaboration, and everything else going around it. There's been a lot of hype about these clippers, and obviously, right, it's the first time Lamborghini have put their name on a clipper, and it starts transcending barbering. It starts bringing clippers and barbering into that lifestyle category, which I really like because obviously it's just allowing barbering and barbers to be known on a wider scale. And there's been so much high octane marketing around it that I'd be surprised that they don't become a good or top seller of 2025. And going into 2026, when you get past the early releases and the pre-releases and everybody who has bought early, I think they probably are going to be a top seller of 2025 and 2026. Also, if your husband or your missus, your partner or family or friends wants a Christmas present, this is a great Christmas present for the price and you're not going to waste your money. I think it's a good Christmas present or a New Year's present going into 2026. It's going to help them. It's going to give them some status in the shop because everyone's going to be telling them how sick they are. Now they've got Lambo clippers. The amount of my clients this week have said how cool they look just being on my shelf and how cool it is that Lamborghini have come together with JRL. Everything about this drop is hyped and I like it. I do like the clippers. I think it's a good buy for 300 Great British pounds. I'm happy with them. Make sure you watch my videos that will be coming out over the next couple of weeks and you can see in greater detail how they perform on 2 or 3 different types of hair. Overall, really.
Hey guys, Thomas Baca Barber back with a unboxing. Let's get right into it. The JRL Lamborghini Clippers. This is the box the JRL sent me right here. Let's go unbox it together. Even do it from the back. See what's in here, guys. Irving Barber Company. Looks like someone sent me some conditioner. Thank you, Jero. Some conditioner. Some shampoo from JRL. I'll definitely try that out.
I don't mean to be rude, Tom,
Hair wash today.
but
Shave prep tonic
I
from
think
JRL.
everybody's here for the juicy part. Yeah.
Let's see. Some pomade from JRL.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get rid of this straight razor, guys. We don't need it. Look. Turn it that way. This would say there's a pomade, guys. H14 glass sheen. So if you want your hair to shine, this will shine your hair.
Okay. We know this, Chief. We
Last
know.
but not least, here's some shave gel by JRL. I'm going to be using all of this.
I know you are.
All right, guys, cool.
Just
Look at
because
that.
this is
All of that
JRL,
stuff,
you're
that
gonna be
was all
using.
for free. They also sent me these too. They really hooked me up. I appreciate you guys. Whoever did this for me, thank you. These gloves look great. Let's put this down for a second. Look at this. We'll get right into the clippers, guys. They're sitting in the box. Let's just see how these gloves feel real quick. Let's see, watch. Toss it up on my station. Look. Guys, let's see how these gloves feel great. What size are those? Extra large. I usually wear a large, but cool. Those fit good. I'll be using those today. Guys, these are them. This is what I ordered. JRL Ferrari clippers.
Yeah, we're seeing.
It's like box comes up. That's what they look like. Charging stand. I already have plenty of those. Another charging stand. See what the clippers look like. Look, put the clippers right here for 2 seconds. Let's see in the box. You guys are going to get brand new guards. Let's see if they look the same as the other guards. Cool. Huh. Here's some guards that they give you for the trimmers. That's actually really cool. All right, sick. Guys, look, these are the clippers. Let's get the clipper out first. Those are them. Oh, wow, they feel really good. They feel really, really good. God, it's like a grip here. Yeah, they feel different. The click is even better on these. The weight distribution with the fingers, that's fire. I could already,
Yes.
it's just gas to me. So I could take that off.
It's shiny.
All right, they hit disgusting. I'm gonna tell you, they're a 10 out of 10. These are I can't wait to use these. These will be put right over here. Look behind, guys. They have that. Just really hold your fingers in place. Perfect. They have a little slider here just so it doesn't. They're just built really, really good.
I don't know.
Let's put them up to the other ones. See what they're like.
It's giving me Stylecraft Is it the evil? It looks bigger on the top. Evil in a bigger form.
I like these.
Look at the
I like
bottom
these
part.
ones
It's
better.
just
I can already tell I like them better. These are great. I like these better.
mm,
Look, I already have all this shit, and so let's see. Let's go open the other ones and see what they're like. Pop these right on my charger. Actually, we'll just put them on the Ferrari charger, just in case it's a different charger. Like these are pretty dope.
yeah, but the blades are dead. Dead.
God, those might even be heavier than the Clippers as far as like hitting heavy. These are gas. God, these are absolutely amazing. Shout out. I'm going to look, guys, just real super quick. This is a trip, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. Shout out to JRL. You guys are the leaders in the game. These are undeniable. These are elite. These actually match my logo, guys. And these are just fire. These are everything that I could ever dream of in a clipper.
Really nice.
Absolutely amazing. And the fact that these come with beard the fact
I don't know. If for some strange reason it doesn't look as if it's durable,
imagine how easy
shiny,
these are just
plasticky.
big enough to where they're almost an in between. They're
Yeah, but
almost
are
kind of
they
like a clipper, guys.
are they
These are
metal
cool
body?
little, these are going to be, I can't wait to use them. These are heavy hitting. I'll bust a few out. You guys could see me using them. But yeah, guys, I got these. These are fire. I would recommend that everybody in the barber game have these. Look, guys, look at this. Straight gas. These are straight gas. And just to give you an idea on the level that I'm on, guys, look at this.
You look extra happy, boy. You look like a baby with a toy. Yeah, that's very good.
It? That's a trip.
Yeah.
Guys, look at these. Well, some of the scissors I use. Hey, guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to Men's Salon. Look at here's our logo right here. Boom.
Which one?
Look at quick little shop view. Bam. All right, guys, later.
Yeah, I don't know about this review, but nevertheless, if you were keeping track of it, you saw
what's good,
what it
YouTube?
was.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank Be
Don't
Chopping.
forget
Back
Tank
with
Be
another
Chopping.
video. Check it out, man. JRL sent your boy a package.
Okay.
Y'all know what it is, man. We're gonna go ahead and get into unboxing this box. Got a lot of stuff in here. Well, not a lot, but we got a few things in here. So I'm gonna let y'all know what JRL sent your boy. So without further ado, let's jump into this video.
Okay. Tank Be Chopping. All right. So Tank Be Chopping, cool guy. Spoke online a few times. Good guy, based on what we spoke about. Some people don't understand with these influencers is that they get these clippers for free. FREEE, free. So they could afford to come online and actually unbox. Unlike myself, I'm all the way in the UK. No one is sending me nothing. I'm not moaning, I'm not complaining. I work, I'll buy my stuff. But that's why they're able to come online as soon as a new clipper drops. And sometimes they get the clipper before the clipper even drops, months before. You understand? So if you're a viewer and you always stumble upon these videos and you're wondering, bro, why don't other barbers do it? Why don't my barber next door do it? Or my local barber I go to do it? Or the guy up the road? Why don't they do it? Because it's not a lot of people get free items from these companies. Now, is it a bad thing that we don't get it? Of course not. You know, it's just like giving a celebrity a piece of clothing to wear from a designer. They get it for free, but just because they're wearing it, everybody is buying. So I think the vast amount of people know what an influencer is. So that's what these guys are, influencers. But what I like about Tank, he makes it nice, keep it hip, you know, and he gives us the information that we really need. You know what I mean? So I appreciate Tank for that. But if anybody's ever wondering why don't your barber do it, or why is he not online doing it, it's because these people are in a different position than us. Some in better, but they in a way better position. These company America based, so they get to just get clippers sent to them probably like a day or two, maybe a week tops. It gets to them, but from America to here, unless it's not like FedEx or Express services, we ain't getting it that quick, you know. But that's just one aspect. Is one of the reasons why. But I know people in this country, they do get packages from these companies abroad. So not because I don't, that doesn't mean no one else gets. But on the grand scheme of things, not a lot of people get free clippers like that. You understand? Rightly so, because these companies need to make the money back. You know what I mean? And it's cool, Cut was saying that I mentioned earlier, you know, you have to try and be relevant and important enough for them to say, you know what, let me give him free stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the long and short of it. But let's just look at what Tank the Chopping has been telling us about this new JRL trimmer and clipper. Let's go, boss. I like the intro. Consistent and nice.
All right, man, check it out. Once again, we got this big package from JRL, but if y'all new to the channel, do your boy a favor, like this video one time for the one time, subscribe, y'all know, all that good stuff. But
yeah, don't like and
go ahead
subscribe
and get
already,
into
boss.
opening this. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I already opened it. As y'all can see, the box is open, but we're gonna throw some of that out of there, and I'm gonna show y'all some of the stuff that they sent your boy. So check it out. This is what comes in the box. I don't know if y'all can see in there.
Quite a few
That's
things,
some of
man.
the stuff they sent me. So let's get into seeing some of the stuff they sent me. So they sent me some stuff from H14. This is some volumizing shampoo. We also got some volumizing conditioner. They sent me a cut and shave tonic, so it's like an aftershave. And then they also sent me some pomade. They sent your boy some shave gel, and I ain't gonna lie, I have used this shave gel before. It's some good shave gel. And then they also sent me some hair powder, texturizing powder. They sent your boy the JRL gloves. Check those out right there. And then the reason y'all probably clicked on this video, the reason y'all probably said, you know what, let me go holler at Tank's channel real quick and see if he's got this video up. The new JRL Diamante clipper and trimmer right here, as y'all can see. You know, your boy had to get that nice yellow, that Lamborghini yellow, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, JRL did collab with Lamborghini on this drop. Not sure exactly what that means exactly, but as you can see, this is the new Diamante from JRL. I've seen a couple people with it online already. I know JRL has been pushing it. A lot of people have been asking me for an unboxing and review. Your boy I just didn't have it in, you know what I'm saying? JRL reached out to me and they said, Tank, we got to get you one. Which one you want? And I wanted to get this yellow just because it's a little different, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of black tools on my station as is, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit and go ahead and give me the yellow ones. So nonetheless, man, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be unboxing this. Y'all saw the other stuff they sent me, and it's cool, right? Like, it's cool. I appreciate it, JRL. But let's be honest. The real reason why people are watching this video right now, and the real reason why I'm doing this video, is for this clipper and trimmer combo set right here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a little closer look at this box. Check it out. As you can see, we got the clipper and trimmer on the box. Right here, it says Diamante on there. Professional hair clipper and trimmer. Then we got the JRL professional logo and the Lamborghini logo. We have nothing on the side, so as we move around and turn it around to the back, y'all can see we got a little bit of stuff on the back, so I'm gonna go ahead and read some of this stuff for y'all, and then I'm gonna continue to unbox this and show y'all the actual clipper and trimmer. The Diamante Clipper 2025C. Brushless motor delivers ultra strong torque and lasting durability with 8,200 RPMs. Patented reset IQ charge technology expands battery life. Innovated upper-lower separation for quick, hassle-free blade maintenance and replacement. So you can pop the blade off, and I'll show y'all that here in a minute. Precision fade blade with patented cool blade technology stays ultra cool and sharp even after extended use. 4 hours of runtime. LED display indicates remaining battery life. Patented smart clip technology features constant speed motor, won't drag or stall. So that's the clipper, right? Now we're going to talk about the Diamante Trimmer 2025T. Brushless motor delivers ultra strong torque and lasting durability with 8,200 RPMs. Second generation easy gap for hassle-free up-down blade adjustment. Patented smart clip technology featuring constant speed, motor won't drag or stall. Patented reset IQ charge technology expands battery life, and ultra low noise. So that's what it says on the back. Let's go ahead and get into unboxing this, man. I know that's the reason why y'all watch this video right here. So let's get this thing out of here. I got to do this gently because I don't want to rip the sleeve. But check it out. We take the sleeve off, and as you can see, we got a nice black on black box with just the JRL logo dead center. All right, so we got the lid off. So we're gonna put the lid to the side, and as you can see, we have the JRL Diamante flyer, professional hair clipper and trimmer, and then on the back they're showing their new Forte line, the Forte Pro Light, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, powerful ultra light hair dryer. I haven't tried these yet. I do have the Forte, the original hair dryer, and that's on my station to this day. That's a really good hair dryer, and I like to use it. Super quiet, works good. But once again, that's not why y'all watching this video. So as you can see, this is how the tools come packaged. You know, I really appreciate JRL for this packaging. It's a nice looking, and I done dropped the charging dock. That's all good though. We're gonna put that back in there. But like I was saying, I really appreciate JRL for this packaging. As you can see, they put some time into it. Looks nice. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take out the clipper. So here's the clipper. As you can see, it comes in a nice plastic sleeve. We're gonna take that out of there. Does come with a blade cover, but this is the clipper. And if it's got a little bit of hair on it, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I did unbox this yesterday at the shop. Didn't do the video for the unboxing, but I was really excited to unbox it and try it, so I unboxed it. But check it out. As you can see, this is the clipper. We're gonna go ahead and take the blade cover off, and then I'm gonna show y'all the blade. So that is the fade blade on there. We do got a click lever. Nice feeling clicks. Feels similar to the JRL Onyx. Maybe feels a little more premium, if that makes sense. We do have the on and off switch on the side, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on for y'all. So it is a super quiet motor. Feels powerful in hand. And like I said, this is a super quiet motor. Now, it also does come with a lower speed. So here's the lower speed right there, and the higher speed right there. So I don't know if I could hear it on the mic. That's the higher speed, and that's the lower speed. So a lot of people ask, what's the reason for higher and lower speeds? A lot of times people like to use the lower speeds for detailing. So just wanted to put that out there. But moving back into the ergonomics of this clipper, as you can see, we have some grooves in the back for finger placement. Makes it feel really comfortable in hand. Like I said, on and off switch. We do have the charging port down here at the bottom. And also, I'm gonna take this little piece off. When we turn the clipper on, we get an LED screen. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera, but it says we got 2 hours left of runtime. So that's pretty dope. The back is glossy, and then the front is glossy as well. I'm not sure if the black version is like matte and gloss black, but this is not that one, so I can't really speak on that one. But same clipper, just different lids, right? So this is the lid for that one. This is how the clipper looks. All in all, feels really great in hand, man. Really enjoy it. Feels really comfortable. Like the clicks of it. You know, if you've had a lot of clippers like I have, you know, those clicks actually matter, right? But once again, super powerful motor right there. Y'all can feel it. Well, y'all can't feel it, but y'all can hear it. But once you turn this thing on, you feel the power in that. But let's go ahead and put that to the side and then go ahead and proceed to take out the trimmer. So the trimmer comes with a sleeve as well. And then it does come with a blade cover, as y'all can see, but we're going to take that off. So check it out, man. Here is the Diamante trimmer with the Easy Gap. I think it's a second generation blade on there. So the thing about the Easy Gap blades is all you do is they have a tool in the box. Well, they should have it in the box. You stick it in these holes back here. I don't know if y'all can see the holes, but you turn it and it moves the blade up. So really easy to
for some strange reason, doing like trimmers, a trimmer blade, never good. Never good. It's just something about it. It's just never good. I have to emphasize. It's good for certain things, but all around, out of the scale from 1 to 10, I give it a 2. 2, yeah. And I don't even have nothing against their product. I think they're very good, stylish, you know what I mean? Top notch. But they need to work on the blade. They get the blade sorted, people buy the set. But it looks good. The battery life, sleek, everything, you know, it's just nice. But personally, no.
to zero gap. I haven't zero gap this year. It's straight out the box, but work, feels like it's gap pretty close. Looks like it's gap pretty close. I might move it up just a little bit, just because typically I don't. But I've been trying to like zero gap my trimmers a little bit just to see if they actually hit a little better. Obviously they're going to be a little sharper, but I want to see if it makes them hit a little better. But here is the Diamante trimmer. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on for y'all.
Yeah.
Same powerful motor, sounds really powerful in hand. You can feel the power, feel the vibration, but it's ultra quiet. I don't know if y'all can hear that on the mic, but it is a super quiet sounding trimmer. We do have some grooves in the back, just like the Clipper. And then we have the charging port at the bottom. And as you can see, we got the Lamborghini logo on the front, just like we do with the Clipper. But all in all, basically a smaller version of the Clipper in a trimmer and a compact size for the trimmer with the T-blade, an Easy Gap T-blade. Check that out right there. I don't know if it's focusing, but y'all can see that right there. But that is the trimmer. Same thing with the trimmer, man. Feels really good in hand, feels really comfortable, feels really powerful. And then as y'all can see on the blade, it says Easy Gap M, and that means that it's a metal blade. So JRL does have metal blades and ceramic blades, but that does come with the metal blade. And then they also sent your boy 2 charging docks in the package. So as y'all can see, we have the two charging docks right here. I haven't even used these charging docks yet. I honestly, man, I took it out the box and I put them to use yesterday just to see what they was talking about. That's just how your boy did it. And I got a little bit of content for y'all. However, I'm not going to be posting the content on this video. Y'all going to have to wait for the actual review because I want to use it a little longer before I just start telling y'all how I feel about how it works, right?
Fair enough. We hear you, Tank.
Trimmer on the charger. Check that out. So we got the Clipper and the trimmer on the charging docks that they sent. That's the Clipper and the trimmer with the matching charging docks with the reset technology. That reset technology is basically maybe at the end of every week or every couple of weeks when you put the Clipper and trimmer on the charger, you press this button right here, and it's gonna drain the battery completely and recharge it completely, like from the bottom up. So it's gonna be like a brand new tool all over again. So we're gonna go ahead and take this piece off of. Take it out of the box. And as you can see inside, we got a couple things in here. We got the Clipper and trimmer manual that your boy never looks at. Let's be honest. Don't nobody ever right? Oh, and they did actually send your boy some guards for the trimmer. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, but nobody buys guards. We want right? Okay.
So we do have 2
let truth be told, nobody likes no other guard other than the Andes from the Andes Masters, the magnetic guard, which everybody got their idea from, because before it was just a click, but now magnetic and click. Stylecraft, the one that came with the Instinct, best guard, hands down. I'll take a poll. I'll take a poll. I'll take a poll. Yeah, I'll take a poll. Best card. Yeah, yes, best card. So if you ever get any clip of whether it be JRL wall, get yourself one of those sets of cards that come with the Stylecraft instinct. Trust me. Money well spent.
Charging cords, the other one's the same exact way. I'm not gonna take it out the box, but the charging cord, you can connect this straight to the clipper, or you can connect it to the charging dock, and it will charge your tools once it's plugged in. We do have, I believe this is what, maybe a zero gap setter. They got this in there, maybe a zero gap setter. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't even gonna mess with that. I'm just gonna gap my tools how I normally do, right? If I do decide to zero gap them. And this is the zero gapping tool. Kind of looks like a screwdriver, but the front is a little different. I don't know if y'all can see it on screen, but it is a little different. We also get a regular screwdriver for zero gapping the clipper blade. We get some oil. Like I said, we get some guards. I believe these are the original JRL guards, the ones that came out with the 2020C. Right, so we get those guards. We get a half all the way up to number 4, and then here are the trimmer guards. I'm gonna grab one of these trimmer guards for y'all real quick. So this is the trimmer guard. I'm gonna pop this thing on the trimmer. So it fits nicely too. Actually, this is a number 3. So you get, I don't even know what guard you get with the trimmer. You get a number 3, a 2.5, a 2, a 1.5. So that's the guard you get with the trimmer. So they got trimmer guards now. You know, people have been asking. I don't want to say everybody, but some people have been asking for guards. So they got guards now. I do know that Babyliss and Stylecraft and Gamma have trimmer guards. So now JRL's got some trimmer guards as well. But let's go ahead and pop out one of these guards for the clipper. I showed y'all the guard, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on the clipper. Turn this thing on for y'all. I'm going to be honest. I've just been using the guards on my station, and I'm going to use the guards on my station. You know, I have the Babyliss premium guards and the dub guards, and those are like my favorite guards. Like I use those on all my haircuts. I really don't switch my guards unless the clipper needs a certain guard, but typically those are just the guards I use. Those are just the ones I like, and they work for me, right? Find whatever guard set works for y'all, and then y'all just, you know, use those guards. But I'll put the trimmer guard on here again, turn it on. So as you can hear, it really doesn't make the trimmer louder with the guard on. Same thing with the clipper. The guard doesn't make the clipper louder. So that's dope. So once again, in the box, you get the clipper, the trimmer, you get the charging docks, you get 2 charging cords, guards for the trimmer, guards for the clipper, some oil, a screwdriver, and a zero gap setter. And then I'm gonna take this out, and now you don't get nothing underneath that. So that's all you get, man. That's basically all you get. I say basically, but like that's really all you need, right? You don't need nothing extra. You don't need, you know, that's, you got the charging cord, you got the charging base, you got some guards. If you ain't got no guards, you know what I'm saying? You got some oil, you got the zero gap setter. We got everything you need right here. Let me see if I can hold these right.
That's a good move.
I'm scared I'm gonna drop them, so I'm holding it kind of weird, but I'm sure I'll be all right. Check it out, man. Once again, the Diamanté 2025 clipper and 2025 trimmer. Shout out to JRL once again. I do not have a discount code with them. But, you know, y'all make sure to check them out. Check out their website and purchase these if y'all been thinking about purchasing them, man. Like, if you want them, get them. If you don't, don't. I will be doing an updated video in about another week or so. Once I put these to use for a little bit and get a little better feel for them, see if they really going to be my go-tos, right? Like, we're going to see if these things going to stay on the station or if I'm going to put them back in the drawer. So y'all make sure to stay tuned for that. Once again, if y'all new to the channel, like this video, subscribe one time for the one time. That way y'all know every time I drop videos. And you know your boy be dropping gems on my channel, you know, haircut tutorials, unboxings, reviews. Sometimes I just be going live and just talking to y'all. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to my channel. That way y'all can get notifications every time your boy does drop a video. And then, like I said, I will be doing a review on these in about another week or two. So give me a week or two, man. Let me use these for a little bit, and I'll let y'all know what I think about them. But nonetheless, the JRL Diamanté clipper and trimmer combo set, Y'all know what it is, man. But with that being said, that's basically it for this video. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy.
Yep, we would definitely.
Lit, YouTube. I appreciate y'all for
All
watching.
right,
Until next time, let's go.
Yeah, use my last video for the night. So, chat. This is my last video for the night. So, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, more or less. Let me end screen.